The Upeace IDRC doctoral research program started really in line with the overall mission of the University for Peace, which stems from the mandate of the university that was given by the United Nations when the university was created, which is to contribute to a universal task of educating for peace across the world. Subsequently, the Africa program was created here, and we started operating here in 2005 with a central mission to build capacity for peace through teaching, research, and training. Currently, we have 56 doctoral researchers registered with 26 universities in Sub-Saharan Africa. The overall objective of the Upeace IDRC research program is really to produce a critical mass of African researchers who are solidly grounded, highly skilled to conduct research in peace, governance, security, and development. So what we did was to look for resources, and we benefit from support from the IDRC, the International Development Research Center of Canada. So we got resources. What we do a call, open call to researchers in Africa who are pursuing their doctoral studies and registered with universities in Sub-Saharan Africa.
The role of IDRC in this program is to support the program financially and also provide technical support in identifying the researchers to be awarded, participating in the research team, and also in the selection process of the awardees of the program. IDRC's mandate is to strengthen research capacity in the developing world, and Africa is one of the regions they focus on. So the idea is to strengthen research capacities so that researchers in Africa can do work on research in their own context and look for solutions that are relevant to their experiences.
Well, my experience with the Upeace program has been enriching and also a very humbling experience. I joined the program in 2013, and they've been able to fund most of my research, and also I've attended 2 training workshops that have been very instrumental in research methodology, in formulating of the research proposals and how to generally do the research and the analysis, and now also how to write the articles and to be able to publish the thesis. And that to me has really been an experience that I wouldn't have gotten had it not been for my experience with the Upeace Africa program.
I am a fellow of the Upeace program, PhD program, sponsored by the IDRC Canada. I've got a full financial support from Upeace, possibly having the first draft of my study ready by the end of the year. So without the help of Upeace, I don't think that would have been possible. So I really thank Upeace and IDRC for their support, and that has really helped me.
The support has 3 main areas. There is, of course, the financial support, because we see that many face challenges in having resources to complete their studies. But the second one is to strengthen their research skills. So we conduct training workshop, where we really sort of strengthen and solidify what they have already learned in terms of research methodologies. And the third one is to bring them to publish, because research without publishing does not go out, there is no dissemination. So we combine those, and we have established a journal, the Africa Peace and Conflict Journal, where we encourage them to publish, so that really we have knowledge produced, policy produced, but also disseminated.
This program is competitive grants to all these fellows, and Upeace is also managing training workshops, organizing training workshops for these students, so that they become a critical mass of researchers who can work with policymakers, become policymakers in the future, and specializing in governance, security, and justice.
Upeace plays a very instrumental role in improving the quality of the kind of PhD thesis written, because specifically of the content of their training. From the research methodology, the philosophical underpinnings about social science research, it's also very important, because sometimes they take you step by step on how to do it, which sometimes does not happen in many universities.
The mentorship was fantastic in that it came at the right time when I had done all I could on my thesis and my supervisor had done all he could, and we just needed a third opinion to just let us know whether it was ready for submission. So I received mentorship from someone in the network, Professor Mucha Pararamsema from Wits University. It was fantastic in that he responded with very helpful comments which were encouraging. Even though it was a lot of work that I had to do to polish up my thesis, it was very encouraging and it was on time. So I was able to have the mentorship done and then have my thesis edited and submitted on time.
There's also online training platforms for them. We also bring some students to Canadian universities for semesters, and so that they get the internationalized outlook. And so we work very closly with Upeace.
We have a database, and we have access to various journals through the IDRC Upeace platform, from which we are all registered, where you can access journals, and also through their own training and the materials they give us out of the training. So that has also been very helpful, especially being able to access the IDRC library has really been important.
The aim is really to say that after a certain number of years, we can have highly skilled researchers across the continent who will conduct research, support policymakers so that we have solutions which are based on solidly grounded research.
I was a doctoral research awardee of the Upeace IDRC grant, and that was basically to help me undertake my research at the PhD level. I'm the head of IGAD liaison office in Juba, and part and parcel of my work is to do the analysis of the security and the political situation in Sudan. And therefore the analytical skills, the way they were taught me, are very, very useful in terms of doing the analysis and also being able to inform my organization on the steps forward.
The program helped me immensely in my professional development. The training skills that I obtained from Upeace impacted positively on my teaching, research and publication abilities. After the completion of my PhD program, I've published more than 6 articles in reputable journals, and 3 are still pending publication. It has also helped to shape my ability in training and supervising students. Presently, I've supervised more than 30 students at the undergraduate and 5 at the postgraduate levels.
Attending in this symposium for me is great. It gives me the opportunity to interact with other scholars and share ideas.
Many of us are here in this symposia to present papers. So the mentorship from Upeace is ongoing. They don't let us go. So they are continuously building our capacity. And when we are able to come to such a forum with other stakeholders or with other scholars, then we are increasing the capacity for the Africa region. And at the end of it all, I'm very positive, I'm very optimistic we shall have a sustainable culture of peace in Africa.
Where we see our contribution is to say solutions to the conflict in Africa is not only through military operations like we normally see, but also through understanding the deep causes of the conflict. So that's where we say we need to strengthen research on the continent so that people understand the causes of the conflict and then design solutions based on evidence-based research. So that's where we see our contribution.
The doctoral program should continue because a lot of PhD students in Africa don't have the support to actually start or complete their studies. Some get to very far, but they just need that extra money to maybe do another round of field work or to learn more about publication or writing methods. So I think it's necessary for the program to continue to support other doctoral students who, like me, might have just needed extra funding and extra mentorship and support.
This program, we run it thanks to support from IDRC because it's a program that requests support, it requests resources, and IDRC is a good partner, but we need more partners so that really even the African countries can contribute to this effort. And I do believe that through the collaboration, if we have more universities taking this task at heart, then we'll have even more people, more capacity for the continent. So I would say really in the next 5-10 years, see, we have 50, I hope we can have 200 people with PhDs looking at issues of peace, governance, security and development in Africa.